The Fed's mandate is to promote maximum employment and maintain price stability. Today, unemployment's at 4.2% and CPI is under 3 and dropping. So why did the Fed lower rates at their most recent meeting? Look at this chart of the S&P 500. It's up 35% and GDP is growing close to 3%. In my opinion, it was too soon unless they see something that the markets don't. Austin, what are your thoughts?
I think it's an interesting observation. And really, there's kind of two ways of thinking about this. The first thing is you could say the market has done an amazing job at picking up on the Fed's forward guidance. And so all of these rate reductions have already been factored in to both the interest rate and the equity markets. The second kind of approach would be that the Fed's actually being bullied around by markets because they're too afraid to actually not come through on the rate reductions that have been communicated to date, even though the economic data isn't indicating that a rate reduction is required. And so I think it's actually somewhere in the middle. From an actions perspective, I would say that investors should consider the market to continue to go higher as long as the Fed continues to have an easing stance outside of some type of exogenous event, which obviously would be bad for markets.
Adam, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this is a classic case of the tail wagging the dog, which Austin alluded to, I think, in the second half of his comments there. And it feels like the Fed is reacting to markets instead of trying to get ahead of things. It feels like it's a situation where since they hadn't made a move in a long time, they felt compelled to for some reason. And they were more concerned with markets freaking out if they didn't do something than actually thinking about what's the right thing to do. And, it is an election year. There's a lot of geopolitical things going on. So, it's unclear. It's unclear to me how independent this Fed is, not necessarily from political pressure per se, but from market pressure.